Yeah, I mean the
Who
same
would crack?
for FPO. I think the same game for FPO.
I don't know who would win FPO. Maybe
Haley King.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Her freaking putting was insane at the Pro Tour
Paige
finale.
is pretty stone cold too.
She is, but Haley King, something about her putt at the Pro Tour finale just looked insane.
It was icy.
Yeah.
It was good.
I don't know if I've seen a better FPO putter. And maybe I mean that's probably why she won. But maybe it was just I don't want to call it a fluke. There's no way. But she wasn't putting like that all year, was she? Or maybe she wasn't throwing as good.
I just don't think she was keeping the disc in bounds as much.
Maybe. But I mean, I think that one thing that'll be interesting going into next year somewhat too, speaking of FPO putting, is if the Europeans are able to make it back over.
Please.
Because then we can see, is Paige as far ahead of the field as we think? Is Haley King really coming up as much as we think?
Right.
Then you mix in Evelina, Henna, and Kristen Tatar. Those are the main three coming back over. And all three of those will be competing with Paige.
It's the European scene is a mess. I was looking at an article yesterday on Ultiworld about like top players to watch. And like for example, like I see this guy from Germany, Timo something. He's 16 years old and he's 1028 rated. I'm like, people think some of our like young guys like our Kyle Kleins are good. Like wait till these European people come back over.
Kyle Klein's pretty filthy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there's people over there like that who are younger and just as high rated. Like there are people we don't even know about that are going to come back and just it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Hopefully that happens in 2021.
We're going to have so much more people just brought into the scene that are like big names.
Yeah. The hard part is can they get over here? Yes. I think the FPO can because the Evelina, the Henna, and the Kristen Tatars have made the name for themselves already.
Right.
But some of these young guns on the MPO side, can they afford to be over here long enough to make a standing name for themselves to where sponsors and stuff actually pay them enough to be here?
Well, I hope some of them can get like I hope like manufacturers encourage like them to like team up with people to like tour with guys who are more established, Well,
yeah, I'm just saying that initial.
Yeah, I mean it's not easy,
especially if you're a 16-year-old.
Right, it's not
that
easy.
Initial trip over here. You're gonna have to most likely come with a parent or someone.
I mean, if I'm sponsoring that 16-year-old and like I think they're really good, then like I'm paying for them.
Yeah, I mean I agree, but will the manufacturers agree?
I don't know.
I'm sure the farther and farther we get into the future of the sport, the more and more that answers yes, because I think that a big part of the future of our sport is European. Like I think they
take it seriously.
That's a given fact at this point, both between tournaments and players. But it is going to be an interesting factor because it's something that we've seen on the FPO side develop a little bit more than we've seen on the MPO side so far.
Mm-hmm.
The MPO side we haven't seen other than like Simon, Yale Stores had some breakouts, KJ Naibo, Seppo Payu, of course. There's been a few players, but we haven't seen like that breakout star that is coming from like Finland or something like that. And clearly there's a lot over there. Teemu Nisanen, there's a lot of them over there that are getting really good. It's just which one is going to come over here and like be pushing to the top nonstop because that hasn't happened really yet.
Yeah,
it's gotten close, but it hasn't happened yet.